I must be crazy, hallucinated.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Curtis Zone. I am your humble and handsome host, Dylan J. Curtis, and as you can see on my shirt, today, this is the topic of today's episode. I know, guys, I just messed up there, but get this, I am very, very, very excited. Because the topic of today's episode is Batman Beyond. Now, I know what you're thinking. Batman Beyond is a DC comic book, and we are not allowed to talk about DC comic books here on the Curtis Zone. We mostly talk about action-packed children's programming. But here's the big deal, all right? Before Batman Beyond was a DC comic book, it was an independent series produced by Warner Brothers. Meaning, legally speaking, we're allowed to talk about it here on the Curtis Zone. Said, let me stop rambling and get into today's episode. And as always, remember to hit the like and subscribe button and give it up for today's sponsors, Nate Sanitation, because your garbage powers someone's world, ladies and gentlemen. Batman Beyond would have its television debut in January of 1999 and have its final episode in December of 2001. It was brought to us by Bruce Timm and starred the voice sounds of Kevin Conroy and Wilfrey Idol. For those of you who do not know, Bruce Timm has been a part of the DC animated universe and has done some things with the DCEU for a while. He's been a part of the DC animated universe since Batman the Animated Series. He's produced 90% of the DC animated universe's TV shows, animated movies. He's even done some work with the DCEU. He helped Zack Snyder design costumes for Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and The Flash. And for those of you who do not know, Kevin Conroy has been the voice of Batman since the 90s, and he has done it for a while. Enough with the non-fiction origin, alright? That's enough of the non-fiction origin. Let's go into the fictional origin, shall we? The first thing you guys need to know about Terry McGinnis is that he is a clone of Bruce Wayne. He was created by Amanda Waller to replace him should Bruce Wayne get too old. And in the first episode, we meet Terry McGinnis after we meet Bruce Wayne in the future, after he's turned 70 and can no longer be Batman. Those of you who don't know, Bruce Wayne was getting old, alright? And the guy was like in his 70s and still being Batman, okay? And he finally decided to retire after he used a gun, alright? For the first time in his entire career as Batman, Bruce Wayne used a gun. It is around this time that we are introduced to Terry McGinnis, okay? He's not necessarily a bad kid. He's a good kid that does stupid stuff, some stupid stuff, okay? Not every kid is a bad kid. Now, the one major problem that Terry has is his temper, alright? Being a clone of Bruce Wayne gives you a bit of a temper. But Terry was able to manage it for a while until he was on the bus and got attacked by a Joker. Yes, the Jokers are now a gang in this future, alright? This is the not too distant future, and the Jokers are now a gang. After which, Terry goes to school where he is in a wrestling match with his bully named Nelson Nash. Nelson is like the athlete of all of Hamilton Hill High, and he's voiced by Seth Green. Terry throws a punch, and he gets suspended. After being grounded by his father, he goes to a club where he meets up with his girlfriend Dana, the girl that he loves. And they are attacked by Jokers as well. But Terry was able to chase them. He was able to get them to chase him to the Wayne Manor, where they're greeted by an elderly Bruce Wayne who's holding up with a cane. Him and Terry both take down the Jokers like nobody's business. I'm talking that fight was epic. Later on, Terry comes home to find that his father, Warren McGinnis, was killed by what seemed to be Jokers. The Joker gang, that is. But later we find out that it was Warren McGinnis' boss, Derek Powers, that killed him, or his assistant, Mr. Tuttlemore. And this is when Bruce Wayne refuses to help Terry get revenge for what happened to his father. With this, Terry McGinnis steals the bat suit after tying up Bruce Wayne's dog Ace, and then he finally dons the mantle of Batman. All this said, let's move into my top 5 favorite episodes, ladies and gentlemen. And I gotta warn you, these are very season 1 and 2 heavy, so just bear with me. Favorite episode is from season 2. It's called April Moon. Everyone who knows me knows that I'm a noir jazz fan, alright? In that episode, it had the perfect blend of noir jazz, Batman, and crazy kids, alright? In this episode, a kid named Bullwhip is robbing banks so that he can pay for surgeries to have genetic and cybernetic enhancements from this doctor, him and his friends. But this is not going to bode well with Terry because they're also hurting people. And so they all work. And so Terry works with this doctor to get this doctor's wife back, going by the name of April. Hence the name April Moon. My number 4 favorite episode is also from season 2. It's called Mind Games, alright? A little girl with telepathic capabilities is reaching out to Terry, and she's trying to get home to her parents because she's been kidnapped by this thing called the Brain Trust. And let me tell you something about these people. They're like Shaolin monks who can walk on hot coals. They're invulnerable. They are amazing Zen Buddhists, and they're basically better than Terry in every way in the martial arts department. But with the help of this little girl, Terry was able to save the day. It's a very good episode, guys. Very fun to watch. My 3rd favorite episode is from season 1 called Dead Man's Hand. This is the return of the Royal Flush Gang. For those of you who do not know, the Royal Flush Gang are a group of thieves that Batman and the Justice League have taken on before. Terry has taken them on all by himself, while at the same time trying to get in this relationship with a girl named Mindy, who is a member of the Royal Flush Gang. She's Ace. It very much reminds me of the first time that Batman met Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. My 2nd favorite episode is from season 1. It is called The Winning Edge. This is the return of Bane, everybody. Well, at least of Bane's Cobra Venom, alright? There's a new teen craze going on called slappers, alright? They're basically like steroids for everybody. And kids are basically robbing stores so that they can get slappers. They're basically like steroids with venom in them, alright? And Terry McGinnis has to stop them from reaching the streets before they go all over the world. Alright, I know guys, I'm stuttering, I'm talking too fast, I'm really excited, but just bear with me, alright? Just let me do this. My number 1 favorite episode is called Terry's Friend Dates a Robot. In this episode, yes, you've guessed it, Terry's friend is currently dating a robot, okay? It is a very funny episode. In the ending, you are gonna just die. Okay, it was pretty good. I loved it. All right, now with all this said and done, let's move on to powers and abilities, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it goes without saying that being trained by Bruce Wayne will make you a pretty good martial artist, and that is, in fact, is what Terry is. He is skilled in karate, street boxing, and a lot of other stuff. What really sets him apart from Bruce Wayne's Batman is the bat suit. Synaptic controls, neuromuscular amplification, it even has flight capabilities. One of the many differences is that it's all black and only one part of it is red. The suit is all black. It also has no cape. The wings actually pop out of his back and it has jet boosters in the feet. The batarangs come out of his wrists and become like actual weapons. And the suit can connect with the Batmobile. The ears are longer and they are connected to the surveillance equipment that is in his fingertips, literally in his fingertips. The suit has a lot of other capabilities like enhancing strength and magnetic heels and a lot of other stuff that we're not going to go into. All I'm saying is that this bat suit is pretty dope. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, another episode of the Curtis Zone comes to a screeching close. And next time you guys see me, I will officially give you guys a history of Bakugan Battle Brawlers, Gundalian Invaders. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button and give it up for this loophole that I found. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all so much and I can't wait to see you next time.